The other ducks look around, but the little duckling is unable to get up on her own. The crow attacks a second time and grabs the duckling even though Mom lunges at the crow. A crow finds and eats a baby squirrel on the side of the road. There isn't much the little squirrel can do, and you can see how violent the crow's attack is as it stabs the squirrel with its pointy beak. If the squirrel's mom had been around, things would not have gone the same way. Another crow sneaks up on a mom and her duckling and snatches the duckling, flying away with it in its mouth. I think this was the duckling's last outing at the park with her mom. Number 7. Hawk attack. This hawk has landed on a young groundhog and stands on it until the groundhog takes its last breath. The hawk is much too powerful, so the groundhog is not getting out of this mess. A family of ducklings is taking a stroll in the park with their mom when a bird of prey comes flying down and swoops down to snatch one of the ducklings. Number 6. Marten attack. A blackbird was breeding in this hedge, so the people living in this house installed a camera to have a closer look. Later that night, the chick in the nest was taken by a predator. It may have been a weasel or a tree marten. Vampire deer and elk may have fangs, and like antlers in other deer, deer fangs are mostly used as weapons by competing males vying for territories and access to breeding females. However, you can see in this video that vampire elks, especially young ones, are not capable of much harm. This vampire baby elk is being chased by a marten, and besides running around, there isn't much it can do to avoid the marten. The marten grabs it by the throat under the watchful eye of its mother and chokes it to death, without the elk's mother trying to defend it. It runs off when the marten carries the dead animal up the wall to show the mother her baby is dead. I guess the marten wanted to give the mother one last look at her offspring before it devoured it. The marten seems to want to take the deceased baby higher up into the forest. This marten sneaks up to this nest in the middle of the night and eats all 5 blackbird chicks without a problem. When the blackbird returns, it can't believe what it sees: an empty nest. Number 5. Baboon kills baby impala. Have you ever seen a baboon eat an impala? Onlookers were seriously overwhelmed and never knew that baboons could be so cruel. It is part of nature, everyone has to eat, but this sighting will stay with them for a long time. This was not easy to watch. This time, a baboon captures a fawn and even bites some flesh off its back. The fawn's mother charges the baboon, who repels the mother by stretching out his arm and putting his hand in her face. Unfortunately, the mother is powerless to save her child from the clutches of the baboon. This fawn was taken from its mother by a baboon, and the baboon is holding the fawn on a rock high enough to protect it from the fawn's mother. At this point, the baboon is unconcerned about the mother and continues to eat the fawn. Here's a baboon who got lucky and is eating a fawn. The fawn is already dead, and the baboon is tearing flesh out from its body to eat. Number 4. Dog attacks. This poor kitten found himself at the wrong place at the wrong time when 3 large dogs destroyed it in a matter of seconds. Well, guess what? The kitty was still standing up after all that abuse. Were these dogs tickling the cat or attacking it? 2 dogs attack another small cat, but one of the dogs is furious and grabs the cat to kill it as it carries it across the street. Another dog mangles, beats, and kills a poor alley cat in this video. Number 3. Jackal attack. During a morning game drive in the Kapama Game Reserve, some tourists came across a newborn wildebeest that was either ill or too sick to get up. Nature took its course despite the mother wildebeest's best efforts to scare the jackals away. People who witnessed the incident later stated it was difficult to stand there and not intervene to save the young one, but that is what nature viewing is all about. It is about just standing there and watching and letting nature take its course. Jackals are scavengers, and they usually end up with the table scraps, but once in a while they also hunt. And when they could get their paws on easy prey such as this newborn wildebeest, it's always a pleasure for the scavengers. This jackal made a kill, and it's a young impala. You can see the jackal carry the impala somewhere more discreet, away from larger scavengers or predators that may have become aware of the kill. Number 2. Cheetah attack. This was the first cheetah sighting of the 12-day Tanzanian safari for a group of wildlife enthusiasts. Seeing a cheetah in the wild in northern Tanzania is a great experience. Cheetah safaris can be had in other countries like Kenya and South Africa, but Tanzania is your best bet when you want to see some cheetahs. This young cheetah hunts this baby gazelle, and since the cub is not experienced, he sort of plays and taps on the gazelle before killing it. It's a slow and painful death for the little gazelle. This young kudu cries for help when these two cheetahs attack it. The cheetahs manage to keep their prey under control until it takes its last breath. A mother cheetah brought back a wildebeest calf so her 4 nearly grown cubs could practice killing. To put an end to the calf's misery was going to be painful for the calf, because the young cubs were still quite inept at this stage in their lives. Number 1. Geese attack. In this heartbreaking video, these ducklings are looking for their mother when they're attacked by 2 Canadian geese. One of the ducklings is killed while several others barely escape. Watching smaller animals like these ducklings being attacked by larger ones isn't always a pleasant sight. This poor baby goose got lost and encountered 2 bullies that gave her a hard time. The story does have a happy ending, but it's not shown in the video. A female mallard duck and her ducklings are being attacked by these geese. It's the younger geese that attack her, but the ducklings are not attacked. The mallard is finally able to leave with her ducklings. You can see them entering the water safely. This mother was not afraid and she stood her ground against these bullies. I must say, watching these little guys being killed by much larger animals was heartbreaking. But that small kitten still standing after all that abuse was breathtaking. What about you? Which one was your favorite? Why don't you let us know in the comments below? Well, that's our look at animals hunting baby animals mercilessly to eat them. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a like and let us know in the comments what you think. Check out our other videos and subscribe to be part of the fun. Click on the notification icon so you can see our new videos as soon as they're uploaded. That's it for now.